Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, your pal, Clark Beckham. This is the Idol Breakdown. Let's do it. Okie dokie. So we've got 20, had 20, and now we have 12. Wayani.
I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
The beginning starts off a little rough for me, but it goes to, we need to point out the obvious, and Ryan even said it in the show. When you find out your fate on the show and 7 seconds later the track starts and you have to start singing, that's really tough. And it's a quick turnaround. And Wayani had quite the reaction to learning that she made it through. Maybe that was part of it. Just hearing a little, like the low falsetto tone that she has isn't my favorite, and the pitch was a little wavery just in the beginning. After that, she really took the song and handled it. She, more than anybody else in the show, knows how to seize the moment. If there's a moment to be had, she will have it. And she's one of those people who, even if she misses notes here and there, she has such charisma and such an awareness of the moment to be taken that she can make it happen and make that moment no matter what. I'm gonna fly through the people that got cut. We see Michael get cut. I thought this wasn't a great performance from him. Anyway, I guess we've learned that the heartthrob doesn't really sell anymore, which is crazy to me. But he used this falsetto as like a climactic tool, and I don't see falsetto as that. Hannah, she has the prettiest dress I've ever seen. Big production doesn't suit her, in my opinion. It's just, I want her more of the EM style, where it's just laid back and just really relaxing and falling in love with the song and the melody. When she tries to do the big stuff, it doesn't work for me super well. Warren. I don't know how no one has made the Bo Bice comparison, but Bo Bice. This was the first time we heard Warren miss maybe more than he didn't miss, especially on bigger belting notes. They seemed a little flat. Now, they might have been due to him being much more active on stage than he'd ever been, jumping around, running around. Now, you guys know me. I am not a fan of the come on, let's rock out, party, get the crowd going, jump up and down. Not into it. Just not into it. Name one epic American Idol legendary moment in the history of the show that you look back and, man, that was awesome. I remember how they got the crowd going. No, you think about their voice. You think, man, I remember when Clay Aiken sang Solitaire. I remember exactly where I was when Catherine McPhee sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I remember Josh Ledette singing This Is a Man's World. I remember when Kelly Clarkson really run around the stage and was jumping, and man, the crowd was into it. No, you don't do that. You wait for the voice. Mariah, I thought she did great here. I didn't love the band arrangement. I was kind of confused why I was like dong ding dong dong ding dong dong. Haven.
But if I want it now, and I don't know where I'm going.
This, gosh, I forgot about Haven until I just saw my note. This is the best she's ever done for me. Man, she kills this. This is her song. Like, if she has one go-to song, it sounds like this is the one. There were just a couple chest voice notes that were a little flat, which immediately when chest voice is just a touch under, it sounds strained and yelly. If it's right on, you don't really think of it that way. This was the best I've ever heard her. Stage presence, looks like a star, acts like a star, believes she's a star, sings like a star, thinks she's a star. Naila has so much swag and confidence. She never rushes the song. The song is never too big for her. The song is never in control. She is always in control emotionally of the song. We have other contestants that sometimes get too excited and push a little bit and rush. Never Naila. She's very centered and calm and has all that swag and confidence. Unfortunately, American voters don't care as much, so she's gone. Paige. Gonna miss Paige. She had such a sweet, gracious response to when Ryan asked her how she was feeling. Love her. She has a monster voice. This was better than the last episode for me, but we see her go too. Matt, another person who we see going. The vocoder intro to this was nasty.
Still can't give it up. Oh, lead me on.
I was such a fan of vocoder is when you actually take the sound of the voice, a computer, processor, or instrument will take the sound of a voice and use that sound wave and pitch it to whatever notes the musician is playing on the keyboard. It's really, really cool and gives that like robot harmonic effect.
Lead me on.
I love this performance. Thought it was one of his best. Love the song for him. I think he's fantastic, and I think he's one of the better singers. And I really feel bad for a lot of these singers who have so much talent on them being on this season of American Idol, if I'm being honest, because this is a season where if your thing is talent, doesn't matter. So frustrating. When I was trying to figure out who the judge is going to save, who's going to go through, I was thinking, okay, I was talking to the members in the live stream watch party. If talent's all gone, we don't even think about their ability to sing, but everything else going for them, like their personality and their story, who are the top people they're going to go through. And that's exactly what happened. Not to get ahead of myself, but Matt falls into that category as well, as does so many other wonderful singers that aren't there anymore. Tyson.
But you misread my meaning when I met you.
Dang. Wow. Whoa. Tyson is a wonderful singer that is still there. Thank goodness. Great song choice. I've still been just wanting Tyson to give me the goods that he gave us in his audition, and this was a great song to do it. He killed. His pitch was so on. He seemed relaxed. Seemed like this is a go-to song for him as well. All his runs, his tone, everything was just perfect for me. Now, like Michael, he kind of tried to use his falsetto for a climactic moment. I don't think falsetto is good for those. It worked fine, and then he just crushed this octave run. I think it was a full octave and then another note, which I did not know he could do, and crushed it. Okay, am I the only one who is noticing Lionel just randomly throughout the show groaning and moaning? Just, just, what are you doing? Why are you making noises? Like, they're like, all right, next to sing, or next to find out their fate is Mary Beth Bird. Oh, you just hear this background. Lionel,
Faces. Center stage, please.
what are you doing? Please stop. Colin is next.
I'm spinning around in circles.
Woo.
I'm in a corner. I'm not the guy you're taking home.
Dang.
Ooh, I keep dancing on my own.
hey, Colin can sing. And this was, oh man, this was good. Katie said, one moment can change your life, and that was your moment. As dramatic as that sounds, I agree. We heard the goods in the audition, and I've gotten tastes of that since, but not much. And when I heard that he's doing a soft, intimate version of a song, just him and guitar, I was like, yes, that's what we need. We don't need jumping around, because he could have done a country song and just jumped around and got the crowd into it. Could have done that. He's kind of done that. And a lot of people have. But what did he do? He sat down and he sang the song. He sang the song and he just gave us what's in him. And what's in him is really great stuff. Stuff that we knew since the beginning, but I haven't seen in a while. And he needed to show that. I think this was his best performance. Arguably the best performance of the night. Really special moment. This was a potential American Idol legendary performance that will live on longer than this season. Mary Beth Bird.
Leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room.
She had a lot of great moments in this song. Halfway through it, I was like, oh man. It's like we're being reintroduced to the Mary Beth that I loved so much in the beginning, from that Steel Driver song and her in her audition and Orange and Hollywood Week. And I felt like I'd been missing that, and she's doing so many really nice things. And then she just started missing some notes. And so for me, she just missed a little too much for me to just overall give her just great praise that I so desperately wanted to do. But a lot of contestants, Mary Beth and then a lot of contestants after her, fall into this problem where they will arrange the song vocally, where they're hitting their good spots, their power notes, the stuff that they're really good at. And then they'll include things that in their head sounds great or would be great if they nailed it, but they're picking things that they don't nail. You've got to hit high percentage shots here, like 90% hits. If you're doing a note or a run that's like 50-50, you get it every once in a while and you're just hoping that in the moment you'll hit it, don't do that. Some people do. I just don't think it's effective. And what you get when you add the nerves and the pressure is if you got 5 or 6 vocal moments that you're 50-50 on, you're going to miss some of them. Sometimes you'll miss all of them. I mean, even the stuff that you're sure about, you're going to miss sometimes. But there's just way too much missing for it to just be a vocal problem. It's an arrangement problem. Don't even try that stuff. Don't show us your limits. Sing within your limits, and then we think you're limitless. I was talking about the member live stream watch party. What that is if you are a member, Groove Crew member, then you can get access to the watch party live stream that I do, where I live stream myself on YouTube right here, watching American Idol, and then in commercials, we talk through what's going on. I kind of go through my notes, like a rough draft of this video pretty much, to members only. And this last episode, I was like hyperventilating, trying to do math and figure stuff out with my members, just trying to get a strategy for one particular contestant who I'm about to talk about on how she can still make it through and get a save. I'm talking about Kyra.
To walk out that door, my love would overrule my sense. Babe, gonna love you for me don't ask before you're woman.
Dang. All Kyra has done since we have been introduced to her through this lovely show called American Idol is destroy every song put in front of her. She's added rasp, she's given dynamics, she's done the soft stuff, the goodness, she's done the big moments, she's played bass, she's played piano, she's grooved, she's danced, she showed a stage presence. She showed us that clearly She is the best musician, singer on the show. She has the most musical talent of anybody there, in my very strong opinion. What has America shown? America shows that talent, musical talent, is not an element in their equation when it comes to voting. They don't care. They don't care. And when it's to the point where you're seeing Emma, Elise, Elijah, Malik, all these top tier singers who don't have a ton of story behind them, you see all of them go. And I start to ask members like, okay, we got to figure out who's going through and who's going to be in the bottom 10. Okay, guys, the only way we're going to figure this out, take talent out of the equation completely. Okay, now that musical talent, singing ability is completely out of the equation, who has the most going for them in their personality and their backstory? Okay, that's who we need. That's who's going to go through. And it's true. It's exactly who goes through. And the people who have the least going for them, when you don't count talent, they go home. And that's what we have here. Freaking crushed me, man. Great song. She killed it again. This was like one of my favorite performances, maybe my favorite performance of hers the whole season. And I'm just not okay. I'm not okay. Oliver.
Still the one I run to, the one that I belong to.
I thought this was beautiful. Loved all of it. I thought the song choice was great. I was very excited. I love that song. And to do a guy spin on it and like a strat groove feel, giving him plenty of room, giving himself plenty of room to be soulful in the chorus, give us that rasp, that soul that we love. I thought was great. He had a capo on the electric guitar. I usually make fun of that, but he's a better electric guitar player than me. So I guess capos are cool. I always thought they weren't, but if Oliver does it, that means it has to be cool. Ian.
Stuck on you. I got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't.
Come on.
Yes, I'm on.
Oh my gosh, The Fly. You gotta be kidding me. Singing Stuck on You. The moment he sings Stuck on You, there's a fly stuck on his forehead. Not just bam, right in the center of his forehead. That was wild. Ian did great. He did his thing. And I noticed that as long as he's singing, it's gonna sound good. What's going for him isn't going away. And it's going to be really hard for him to lose momentum or lose votes. Because as long as the dude is using his vocal cords to make noise, it just sounds great and it feels great. And he's making good choices. He's staying true to himself, staying home, doing nice groovy stuff that he loves. And he might be a bit of an unstoppable force. I accidentally skipped over Olivia. So Ryan Seacrest actually makes a mistake here. And I don't think he said, you're going through, oops, no, you're not. But the mistake he made was not being very clear. He said, America wants more power, but you're not in the top 12. And she thought she was. She thought that's what he was saying. And so did the crowd, and so did I. I don't know what he's trying to say. I don't know how America wants more power is like a lead up to you're not in. Maybe, okay, actually I do understand. America needs more power from you, maybe is what he should have said. No, that probably would have been confusing too. Anyway, didn't work out well. I didn't love the song choice. There were moments that were great. I didn't think this song gave her any chance to vocalize in the verses and really show her stuff. She goes home, which sucks because she's one of the best singers, but that's just what we should expect now. Zachariah. Let's go.
Not in the way that you hold me.
Come on, man.
Not in the way you say you're mine.
Yes, sir.
Not in the way.
I can't believe he made it. Not because of his talent, but because he was first and he's a great singer. And great singers seem to get cut. But him being first was such a big cut, I thought there was no way. I genuinely thought there was no way he was making it through. Being one of my favorite contestants, I'm thrilled that he defied those odds and he made it through. That shows me that he's actually got a lot more sway here, a lot more momentum and power in the voting capacity than I thought, which is exciting. I love this performance. Wasn't a fan of the legato intro thing, but once it cranked in and the beat came in, I was all in. Zachariah's on par with like the great singers of the 80s, like the rock singers, like from Foreigner and from Toto, and I would love to hear him sing more like Steve Perry stuff. Like if he was in the 80s, he could do all of that. Shoot, his future job might be very well becoming the lead singer of one of those bands. Kind of like Adam Lambert did a Queen thing. This could totally be a route for him. He's nailing all this stuff. If there was a Rush performance from him, it would have been this one. Wasn't bad, but the first one that seemed a little pushed and overexcited. And I think he called the band Toto, which, bro, if you sing like that, you can call the band whatever you want to call them. Lucy. Now, Lucy doesn't make the top 10, and she's up for a judge's save. And at this point, I'm doing the math. Like, okay, who do we want to make it? Whoever's the biggest threat, we want them to go through so they don't have to, Kyra didn't have to compete with them for the judge's save. And I was thinking, I'm afraid of Megan taking a save. And I'm afraid of all of the rest, but I think Lucy's not going to make that top 10. And I think Kyra can get it from Lucy or maybe from Nutsa, but it's going to be between those three. People ask, was this all decided before? You know, does it really matter how good they sing right now, how well they sing right now for their life, or is this kind of already decided? You would think that it's already decided. But sometimes, in these moments, the contestant singing for their life gives the judges no choice. And that's exactly what Lucy did. When you hear the news that you're in the danger zone, which means 80% chance that you're going home, and then you have to sing 7 seconds later, for most contestants, that's a lot harder than hearing that you've made it. Now get ready to sing. For Lucy, she has more of a I wish you would attitude, mentality. I think it was an advantage for her to be told, you didn't make it. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to sing. I think she eats that stuff up. She loves the adversity, welcomes it, bring on the obstacle. So here it is. You didn't make it. She's like, all right, bet. Give me the microphone. And does the best performance I think she's ever done. And if she would have made it and not had to sing for a judge's save, I don't know if she would have done as well. The intro was sick. She's singing like a fighter. The band was killing it. Great song choice. At first I was like, I don't like this song for her. That lasted about 5 seconds. And I was like, whoa, this is a great song for her. Megan.
I don't know who I'd be if I didn't know you.
Megan makes it through. Gave us a beautiful surprise in her falsetto. I don't remember hearing her falsetto much, but it was really nice. She's crushing, man. She's singing, as far as executing, just taking the song and not missing and just nailing every single note that comes out of her mouth. She is probably the best on the show. Mad consistent. Last, we have Nutsa.
You gonna love me.
Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. I am the last person, always have been, when I was on the show, afterwards, when I do these reviews, I have always been the last person to point to conspiracy. But this was set up a little too perfect. And there's part of me that is wondering, was this all predetermined before the show even started? For Nutsa to sing at the very end, we all knew that if she was in that position, she'd be very emotional and that our hearts would go out for her, which that they did. And then what song is she singing? I'm Not Going Anywhere is the song she's singing. It's set up perfectly for her own salvation to get one of the judges' saves. And in my opinion, she didn't take the moment. She didn't. I think they wanted her to, and it was set up perfect. Now, most of the songs of the whole night had that theme of, I'm staying here, my time's not over, I'm gonna get through it all, like whatever. Like that was the theme of most songs. I'll give you that. But it seemed perfectly set up for her to have this big crazy diva song moment and people to go, oh my gosh, we love Nutsa, we're in love with Nutsa, I hope she goes through and gets the judge's save. It was all set up for her, and I don't think she got it. I don't think she did it. I don't think she did what she needed to do to go through. But it didn't really matter, and that's why I'm wondering, because right when she finished, Katie was doing the what kind of like a, well, what can we do? Of course, like that's what her body language was saying. And when I saw that, I was like, don't you do that. Don't you do that. That was good, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't like life-changing roof getting blown off the building good. And they made it seem like it. And then guess who got through? Nutsa. Now, I love Nutsa. I've loved Nutsa from the beginning. And I will say, she's one of the best singers there. But Kyra is the best singer there. Especially when you couple it with her musicality and instrumentation, what she brings to the stage. She's the best. Not one of the best, she's the best. And now she's gone. I'm gonna be okay. Now I think we go from 12 to 10 now. So here are the people I think are going to get cut. I'm really in between three people. It's Warren, just because he was so early and I thought it was a less than impressive performance. And then I'm between Nutsa and Wayani. Wayani, because she was first. That's pretty much the only reason. And Nutsa, because I wonder if America is quite as excited about Nutsa as Luke and Katie were. All right, here's my new top 10. It has been decimated by American votes, but here it is nonetheless. If you'd like to be a part of the Groove Crew and get access to live watch party live streams and my making of my top 10 video, you can click the join button at the bottom right hand of this video. It's $5 a month. It's like 50 cents more than a flat white from Starbucks, which is my drink, by the way, heavy cream. It's really fun. We'd love to have you. The best way to watch these videos is in the premiere. I release these every Monday and Tuesday night at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Every time we've had a premiere, we've had more people. This last one, we had 1,330 people watching at one time, which is so exciting. The cool part about the premiere is right at the end of the premiere, I put a link for a live stream that is a live Q&A right here with me in the studio, just like this, but it's open to everyone. And the link, I send it in the chat in the premiere. So watch the premiere and stay till the end and catch this live stream. Speaking of which, if you're watching this right now and about to participate in the live stream, I found that I'm not able to answer a large percentage of the questions anymore because we have so many people coming, which is a good thing. So in this live stream, I'm gonna make it where only subscribers can ask questions. So it's free. Just before you click over to the live stream link, click subscribe. Then you can ask as many questions as you want. Also, once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I've been thinking about doing some stuff, like maybe a reaction video to all of Alejandro's stuff. I've actually never heard Alejandro sing or play, which people freak out about. but I'll do a reaction to like his whole thing if we hit 100,000 subscribers. New members, we have a lot of new members. It's been less than 4 hours since the last video where I updated this. And we've got David Moffat, MDG21, Matt Davis, Nancy Kaiser, Adam Kelsey, Oksana ML, Mildred, Sharon Rusin, Debbie V, Miguel D, Kay Sharp, Jessica Shive, Dextrin, Tony Rice, Jennifer Booth, Christina M, Kaylee Strasser, Josh Kuttner, Patty Dix, Dirty Devious, Jamie L. Yusuf, Charleston Franklin, Chief D3, Sarah Catalano, Ellen, Jacob, Sue Brown, Tiare, Kevin Williams, Kelly Harlow Watson, Gail, Michael Brode, Kim Bennett, Joby Dog Whisper. Wait, is that a reference to the Joby video?
God, Joby, I'm over here, boy.
Anyway, welcome to the Groove Crew. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next week where I guess awesome singers are getting cut. Now, they're all good now. So I'm just still sour. I'm just still sour. Emma and Kyra in 2 days. Like, that's just too much for me. Okay, I'm gonna lick my wounds and we'll be back in a week. Goodbye.
I'm Clark Beckham, and it sure would be a happy day if you would leave us a message.